I got my visa in just 4 days, which was very surprising to me. And I actually thought I was getting scammed when I got a call that your passport is being delivered, but it was actually my passport and I got my visa in 4 days. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Janvi and welcome to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about something really important: visa applications. So if you are PhD students, then you will definitely be applying for international conferences, and at some point in your PhD, you're going to have to face the challenge of applying for a visa. And if you don't want to spend a lot of money on agents and want to do it yourself, it can be a little difficult if you're applying it for the first time. That is something that I went through in the last 1 month, but I have finally figured it all out, and I have my appointment tomorrow, and I have all my documents ready here. And you're not going to believe how many documents you're actually going to need for your visa application. So I'm presenting at a conference at Heidelberg, Germany. So I'm applying for a Schengen visa, which is European visa, which includes multiple countries. So Germany is one of them. So if you want to go to a conference in Europe in one of the Schengen countries, then you apply for a Schengen visa, and that is majorly what I'll be talking about in this video. So if you are planning to apply for a conference visa in one of the European Schengen area countries, then this video is going to be very useful for you. So just to make life a bit easier, I'm going to take you to the website. So I'm gonna write Schengen visa application, and here apply for a visa. So we have to go to visa.vfsglobal.com, and here is a step-by-step guide for the visa application. And we have to start with identifying the visa type. But if you are applying for a conference, then you can either apply for a business or a tourist visa. Then you can fill out your application form. You can click here and it will take you to this website called Videx. Here you can select the language as English, and then you can fill out the entire form here, which is pretty simple. And if you want to save the details, you can also import data. A JSON file will be saved in your computer. So if I open this and import data, so I can basically get all my details filled up, which I had filled before. So I don't have to refill the form every time if I want to make any changes. And once I filled everything up, I can just click on save, and a PDF as well as a JSON file of my application form will be saved in my computer. And so yeah, that is how you can get your application form filled up. The next step is to book an appointment. So for that, you can click here to book an appointment. It will again take you to this site. So I already have an appointment booked, but this is what the website looks like. Okay, so I'm in now and I have my appointment here that I've already booked. So here you can get details, but if you want to book a new appointment, so this is the page that you will get. Here you can choose the visa application center. I'm applying from Bangalore, so I choose Bangalore. Then the kind of visa that you want. There are several categories of the visa that we can have, but for a conference you only need a stay of maximum 90 or less days, so you'll go with this Schengen visa. And then you can either select business or tourist, but I'm going to go with business since these are less likely to be rejected. And then you can continue. Then you can fill out your details and save your details. Later on you can pick up for services like whether you want your passport to be delivered, and at the end you can pay the fee and you will have your appointment booked. So it's not very complicated, it's pretty simple and you can easily get it done. it will show you several slots of appointment, and you can pick one based on your preference. And you can also change the date of your appointment 2 times for free, but after that you'll have to pay for it. So make sure you pick a date that is easy for you for your appointment. So once you have booked your appointment, you can pay the fee there itself, and then you visit the application center, and then you can track your application, and eventually you will get your passport. That was all about filling up the application and booking an appointment for your visa. But then there's a lot of documents that you have to prepare, get ready for your application, and I'm going to go through them one by one. So the first important thing is your visa appointment confirmation. You can print it while you book your appointment, and you have to keep this with you. The second thing is the checklist of documents for your Schengen visa. You can easily get it on the website. You can just write checklist for Schengen visa for business, and it is a 3-page checklist which includes all the documents that are required. Using this, you can easily keep track of all the documents, whether you have them or not. Then I have my application that I just filled out, and I can get it printed. Then we have 2 self-declaration forms. One is that the information that I've provided is true and complete. This you can also find on the website. I will leave the link for all of this below in the video. And then there's a self-declaration for travel and health insurance. So you have to buy a travel insurance for that covers the duration of your trip, and you can easily buy it on Tata AIG, which provides really good and cheap insurance. And I will leave the link for that as well in the video. And declaration form you can find on the website. After that, you're going to need a no objection letter from your institute, which says that they don't have any issue with you going for that conference, and they also give you a proof that you are a current member of that institution. The format for the no objection letter is again present on the website, and I will leave the link for that as well in the description. And then you will need one confirmation letter from your conference that you have been registered. And if you have any fundings, like any travel grants or any fundings from the conference or any other grants that you already have, you also should attach the confirmation for that your trip will be funded by this specific grants. And then you can also attach your semester transcripts as a proof that you are part of your institution. After that, one very important thing is your visa cover letter, which is basically you telling why you need this visa, and that you will be coming back to your country, and that you have sufficient fundings. And in your application letter, you also need to give your complete itinerary of the days that you will be going into the country. So I will also leave a template for visa application in the description, and you can check that out. And make sure that you give sufficient details in your cover letter, so your trip is clearly justified to the visa officer. And then you need to attach your flight tickets. Make sure your flight tickets are fully paid and confirmed in advance, and your accommodation bookings, and if you are traveling through trains within the country, so train tickets, and you can attach all of those proofs with your application letter. And if you are going to stay with a friend, then you can attach the invitation letter of the friend along with their passport and their ID proof and their residence proof. So yeah, those are all the things required with your cover letter. And then you also need to show them you have enough funding in your accounts to support your trip. So you need to attach the bank statement of last 3 months, and make sure you have your balance above 1 lakh at least. And it shouldn't be 1 lakh just on the last day, but throughout the last 3 months. Make sure you have maintained a good balance in your account. And if you don't have a high balance maintained in your account, but you have any fixed deposits or any other savings, so make sure you attach that as well with your application, so you convince them that you have enough financial support So you also have to get these statements stamped by the bank. Then you can also add your pay slips for your last 6 months to make sure that you have a stable source of income. So I get my fellowship every month, so I have attached my fellowship payment slips for last 6 months, and these are also attested by the bank. And then you need 2 copies of your passport, just in case. You will also need some photographs, but I think I'm gonna get that done in the visa application center itself, because they need some specific kind of photographs. So if you already take it in advance, it might not work and you may have to do it again there. So I'm just gonna get my photographs there itself. And one important thing is your passport. Make sure you have a valid functional passport and it has at least 2 to 4 free pages. Yeah, those are all the things that you're going to need for your visa application. And I hope I'm not missing out anything, but I have my appointment tomorrow, and if there's anything that I'm missing out, I will know and I will let you know in the video. So I reached the visa application center a little early because I took a metro. There's actually a metro station very close to the visa center in Bangalore. So I spent my time exploring a bit and had some coffee. They will only let you in 5 to 15 minutes before your appointment, so there's no point in going very early. So once you're inside, you will get a token number and then you wait for your turn. You get your documents checked in one place, and then you can also get your photographs after that. Then you wait for the second booth where you pay your visa fee, and then there's a third booth where you give your biometrics, and that's all. It took me 3 hours to finish all these steps, but it was not very complicated and I got it done pretty easily. So the application procedure went quite well, and I did in fact got my visa in one go. Here it is, and now it's also stamped because I'm back from my trip. And yeah, I was super busy with all the planning, so I did not got to finish this video. But now a few of my friends have been asking about the visa procedure, so I thought maybe it's time to upload this video and put it out there. But yeah, the lucky thing was that I got my visa in just 4 days, which was very surprising to me. And I actually thought I was getting scammed when I got a call that your passport is being delivered, but it was actually my passport and I got my visa in 4 days. So my guess is probably because I applied in the month of January and there are not a lot of people going to Europe in winters, so maybe that's why I got it early. And also because it was a business visa, so they processed it a little faster. But yeah, I was quite lucky with this, but I would not recommend applying 4 days ago. At least keep a buffer of 15 to 20 days. And in case your visa gets rejected, so it's always good to apply at least 2 months before your actual trip. The 2 most important things for a visa application is first the proof of your institution and a no objection letter from your institution, which proves that you're going to come back to the country. And the second is the proof of sufficient fundings in your bank or whatever grants you have, so they know that yes, you're going to come back to the country and yes, you can afford your trip to Europe. So as long as these 2 things are solid proof, you are very likely to get your visa. So that's all. If you have any more questions about visa applications, let me know in the comments. And if you want to know more about traveling Europe, I'll be uploading more videos, so stay tuned to the channel.